Thank you guys so much for joining me at Destiny Calls Tarot. We're going to be doing a Mercury retrograde reading for you fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell so you're always alerted on when I'm uploading a new video. If someone is in need of a personal reading, my information will be located in the description box. I do video readings just like you see right here. I answer your questions. I email the video back to you. And you receive it the same day that you pay. Okay. That information is located in the description box. I do have a tarot number just in case you have that one question that you really just need clarity about, that you want to answer to. You can text me that question and I'll tell you how to proceed from there. So let's go ahead and jump into the reading. Let's see how your love life is going to be affected during this Mercury retrograde. And what possibly could you do to assist or to help out. So I wrote down a couple of questions that I wanted to ask. All right. And the first question is, what will this Mercury retrograde bring into your awareness when it comes to your love relationship? I need to work out like the piece. 30 now. All right. Seven of Swords in reverse. How will this Mercury retrograde affect you when it comes to your love life? Okay. What do you need to revisit during this Mercury retrograde when it comes to your love situation? What do you need to revisit? Two came out. All right. Fourth question is, what do you need to rework on during this Mercury retrograde when it comes to this love relationship? What do you need to rework on? Okay. And what unknown factors do you need to be aware of when it comes to this love situation during this Mercury retrograde? Okay. Hope you guys can see these cards. I'm going to move them up for you. And the last question is, what precautions can you take for a smooth Mercury retrograde? What precautions can the fire signs take for a smooth retrograde? Okay. So, I have the questions wrote down, so I'm just going to make sure I get the answers to you guys. So when it comes to what will this Mercury retrograde bring into your awareness when it comes to your love situation, we have the Seven of Swords in reverse. So it looks like you're going to start being aware that whoever you're dealing with, or it could just be you possibly, is starting to have a renewal of their conscience. They're starting to really want to come clean about things. They're starting to rethink their approach when it comes to being deceptive. It looks like this person now is ready to start being truthful with you. How will this Mercury retrograde affect you? And the way it's going to affect you is because I feel like once you start to see that this person is coming clean when it comes to certain things that they could have been dishonest about in the past, it's going to bring hope to you. We have the Star card. It's going to bring hope back to the relationship. It's going to bring renewed power back to the relationship. It's going to bring healing back to the relationship. It's going to give you that strength to carry on here. You'll finally once again have faith in this person, because things are starting to rejuvenate between the two of you. Now, the third question is, what do you need to revisit during this Mercury retrograde? What you need to revisit during this Mercury retrograde is two cards came out. We have the High Priestess and we have the Four of Staffs. So what you need to revisit is listening to your intuition, listening to your intuition, listening to your inner voice when it comes to whatever home conflicts that you guys might have had, whatever could have caused home conflicts. You need to revisit those. You need to, excuse me, guys. You need to revisit, possibly listen to your intuition and revisit what these home conflicts were. You need to revisit whether or not there was a lack of support that caused the home conflicts. You need to revisit the tension, the lack of harmony, and the breakdown of the connection. You need to really listen to your intuition about that. Okay? The fourth question is, what do you need to rework on during this Mercury retrograde? And the moon is here. So you need to rework on being mentally confused about the situation. You need to work on hiding things from your person. You need to work on fear. And you need to work on illusions, because I feel like there's some fear in the situation that's actually not really there, that you're worried about. And so you need to really work on that. I think you have some fear of something that's really no need to have fear about. So I feel like that's something that you need to work on. Now, the fifth question is, what unknown factors do you need to be aware of? And the unknown factors that you need to be aware of is the Six of Staffs, that you will have victory in this situation, that you will have success in this situation. That's what you don't know. That's what you're not aware of, that things will work out in your favor when it comes to the situation. The sixth question is, what precautions can you take for a smooth Mercury retrograde? And we have the Hierophant in reverse. So what precautions that you can take is to not rush into any type of commitment if you're already not in one. And if you already are in a commitment, try to challenge the status quo. Meaning, if you're more conventional, be a little bit unconventional. If you're more traditional, be a little bit untraditional. So kind of be a little bit spontaneous. Come out of your shell a little bit. You know, just don't be so 1, 2, 3 about the relationship. Kind of be a little bit sporadic. Just be a little bit, you know, untraditional, unconventional. That's how I'm going to say it here. I feel like here with this Page of Wands being in reverse, that you might have a difficulty during this Mercury retrograde with getting an idea going when it comes to how to communicate how you're feeling about this person. And that's normal during Mercury retrograde. You just could have a lack of direction on like where to go. That will create some type of conflict between the two of you a little bit. So be aware of that. Also with this Eight of Pentacles being in reverse, you might be a little uninspired to really work on it, or just a little unmotivated to work on this situation. Or you just could feel like it's really demanding work, okay? But with this Three of Swords being in reverse, I see you coming out of a state of pain and suffering where you're willing to kind of let go. You're willing to start to recover. You're willing to forgive, and you're willing to move on. With this Judgment being in reverse, I don't see you calling judgment on this relationship. I see you trying to give it another shot or hang in there just a little bit longer here. With this Emperor in reverse, be cautious about the energy that you put out. This Mercury retrograde, I don't want you to be a person that acts immature or seems like a control freak or lack discipline or have manipulative ways or be rigid or cold. You have to be careful about that. All right. I hope this Mercury retrograde reading helped you out some. If there's any additional questions that you want to ask me that will probably help you process this Mercury retrograde or go through this Mercury retrograde a little bit better, don't hesitate to reach out for me for a personal reading or just text me a couple of questions. I am here to assist you. Thank you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next reading.